when you post something on social, it has a shelf life of about 24 to 48 hours. 3 days later, that post is old news. People have moved on to the next best thing, which puts you on this hamster wheel of creating new content day in, day out, another post, hoping that somebody sees it. In fact, you may have been coached that if people aren't seeing your content or engaging with you, just create more, right? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to simplify. Hey everyone, Becky Launder, CEO and co-founder of Modern Direct Seller, and I'm so excited to be here with you today to bring you a new training on the Modern Direct Seller content strategy. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, you've likely heard bits and pieces of this dripped out in various types of trainings or podcasts, but today I'm bringing it all together for you to really think about how you can reinvent and reimagine the way that you're creating content in your direct sales business starting right now. Now, if you've ever been frustrated thinking that you just keep posting and posting and praying and posting and praying and putting information out there on social media, and you feel like you're on a constant hamster wheel. Every day you wake up thinking you need to create something new. And maybe you've gone through a couple of really great weeks where you've batched your content and gotten ahead and scheduled things out, but you're still creating more content, more all the time. I get it. I know how frustrating that can be. And so that's why in this training, I want to give you some new strategies, some new ideas to add to your toolkit that might change your approach and your mindset to why creating content is important for your direct sales business. So stick with me through this training. I am going to get into a little bit of technical pieces here, but I promise you it is easier than it sounds. I truly want to support you on this journey to find a better way to create content and therefore grow your visibility in your direct sales business. So let's get back to the basics. Before we dive into what this content strategy looks like, I first want to talk about your personal brand. And a lot of times when we say brand, we think of our company and we think of our company's colors and logo. But when I talk about personal brand, I really want you to think about your brand. Because people, your customers, your shoppers, shop with you because they absolutely love you. So what you're bringing to the table is your personal brand. And this is exactly why when you post a picture with your kids playing in the backyard or with your cute puppy or behind the scenes of your business, you likely get more engagement than a corporate stock photo, right? People want to hear from you, they want to see you, and they want to hear from you in your own voice, right? Of course, they're going to be able to differentiate if it's something that you posted versus your corporate office posted. So developing that personal brand allows you to create that know, like, trust factor with your followers, your leads, your customers, your hosts, your teammates. They really want to get to know you. So at the bare minimum, I want you to take away from this training that it's important to create your own content, to put your own spin on it, to put things into your own words and in your own voice. That is going to get far more traction than reposting something or a copy paste post. All right, so that's the first part, is that we know that we need to spend the time creating content in our own voice to develop deeper connections with our followers. That's going to create more engagement and sales are going to follow from that, right? So we know we have this personal brand that we're creating. Now, let me ask you, as a direct seller, my guess is that when you think about content creation, you think about what I should post on social media today. Right? So again, sometimes we get a little bit further ahead and we're thinking what we're going to post for the week or maybe the month, but more likely it's what you're going to post today, and you're starting with social media. So I want to challenge you on that. Social media is fantastic. It's a great way to market your business, to attract new people in, to build your personal brand. But here's the reality of social media. When you post something on social, it has a shelf life of about 24 to 48 hours. 3 days later, that post is old news. People have moved on to the next best thing, which puts you on this hamster wheel of creating new content day in, day out, another post, hoping that somebody sees it. In fact, you may have been coached that if people aren't seeing your content or engaging with you, just create more, right? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to simplify. So rather than starting on social media where we know that visibility is going to decline over time, I want to challenge you to start somewhere else. I want you to start with long form content. And what I mean by long form content is content that might be several paragraphs at length. So an example of that might be me writing a blog post about 5 reasons why direct sales is the best business opportunity that you should explore for your family, right? That would be a long form content piece. Another example of that might be creating a YouTube video that's giving a review of your top 3 favorite products. That is also going to create this longer form content. And the cool thing about creating longer form content is that the content that goes into that, you can break into smaller pieces and drip that and sprinkle that out on social. But rather than starting on social media, I want you to rethink your content strategy. I truly believe that the very best place that you can be creating long form content right here today is your own website or blog. Now, I know you might be thinking, I don't have one of those. Or, wow, that sounds really intimidating. Let me tell you, we have this amazing solution called ohmyhigh.com. And if you're over on Oh My High, you'll see that it is a template website. It is essentially fill in the blank. But you're able to use your own domain name. You're able to put things in your own voice. You're able to kind of have your own little corner of the internet where you can share all the things that you love about your direct sales business. So we're not abandoning social media, but as we're creating content for long form content for a blog post, we're going to put it up on that website. And here's the thing about blogging and websites, as well as YouTube videos, that we don't talk about in the world of direct sales because we constantly say, just go post on social media. When you create content in your own space, on your own site, that content is going to increase with visibility over time, right? So unlike social, where you have a day or two of some good comments and engagement and then nobody sees it literally ever again, a blog is going to gain momentum over time. So you're going to put that upfront investment in now, but over time, it's going to show up in search results. You're able to refer people back to it. They'll stumble upon it when they're hanging out over on your website because you're leaving these little breadcrumbs, bringing people back to your site. I really like to think of this as bingeable content, right? Like when I watch Netflix, it's very rare that I only watch 1 episode. I might watch 2 or 3 episodes. The same is true with a blog post, that people are going to binge that content. They're going to see 1 post and then say, oh, I want to learn more. And they read the next and the next and the next. So when you have it on your own website, not only is it public, that there's a chance that somebody might search and find it, but you're also going to increase your visibility over time. Now, I'm not saying we don't want to post on social. But what I'm saying is when you spend a little bit more time up front creating a content piece that really resonates with your audience, you can grab literally a sentence or 2 out of each paragraph and turn that into short form content. So that might be creating a reel on Instagram, posting to your Facebook stories, making a post in your customer VIP group. You have lots of options of what to do with that content once it's creative, but a lot of times we're working backwards. And then our content strategy isn't cohesive. It's just, I'm making a post about this today and this product tomorrow and this engagement post then. And we're a little bit all over the place. When we start with the longer form content, you're able to take that content and weave that through what you're sharing with your followers. This creates more engagement. This creates a cohesive story and information that you're sharing. It's a real strategy, an online marketing strategy, and I know that you can do it. So here's the thing. I know people often get hung up on a couple different steps in this process. So we're just going to be real transparent here. So one piece is, what do I write about? It's hard enough to caption my photos that I'm posting on Instagram. The idea of actually digging into creating content that is going to be more long form sounds really intimidating. So here's what we've done. We've put together 7 fill in the blank templates for you. Now, this is kind of like Mad Libs style, right? Where you fill in the blank with your company, your products, things that you love, your stories, but it gives you a starting point and it gives you a framework. So you have that tool at your fingertips. You can go ahead and grab it right now if you don't have it in your hands already. It's over at moderndirectseller.com/content. Grab those templates, fill them out, and literally you could use each one every week. So that gives you 7 weeks of content right there. Another great tool that I want you to play around with a little bit as you're creating long form content is over on Canva. If you have a Canva Pro account, you've got to try their Magic Write AI system. So when you're over there, you can say, write me a blog post about how to prep 5 dinners in 20 minutes or less. And it is going to use AI to generate a blog post for you. Now, don't copy and paste that blog post because it might say some things that don't make sense. It might not align with your direct sales company, but it's a great starting point to get the wheels turning if you're struggling with coming up with the content that is going to fill your content strategy schedule. So as you're thinking about this, here's the other thing people get a little bit hung up on. They're thinking, okay, well, if I'm going to go create a website or a landing page or a blog, I don't know where to start. So again, another tool for that to refer you to is ohmyhigh.com. That's our sister product. And it literally is a fill-in-the-blank site. I honestly believe that if you put your head down and really worked on it, you could get that website up in maybe an hour, 2 hours at most. And that website is there forever. It's one of those investments in your business that once you create it, once you set it up, it's going to be working for you in the background. People are going to be searching about your product, about your company, about a rep in their area, and they're going to find you. It's not only a great place to put long form content and to draw traffic to with your customers, but it's also a great hub for everything you have happening in your business. So I really want you to rethink how you're creating content. I know how hard it is to create content. I pump out a lot of content on the regular. And when you create this really juicy, good content, I want you to get as much mileage as possible out of that content. So it kind of breaks my heart when I see an amazing live video or a post that's really impactful, and then it's gone a couple days later because it was posted on Facebook or Instagram where the algorithm only gives you visibility for a short period of time. So as you're stepping into your business, as you're rethinking new strategies that are going to carry you through the next few years or more, I really want you to think about this long form content. I want you to think about creating blog posts and then taking those posts and parsing them out and using that as the content you're sharing with your followers on social. And I want you to create this personal brand that followers are so excited about. So as you're thinking about your next steps here, a couple of things to think about. Number one, if you don't already have a blog or a website, go do the free trial at ohmyhigh.com. It's super easy. We walk you through step by step exactly what to do, how to do it. We're there to hold your hand every step of the way. Number two, I want you to go download the free 7 content strategy prompts. Even if you're not ready for the website yet, you can use these prompts in your social strategy. But I do want you to come back to the blog and the website because I really feel like that's where it's at. You can grab that over at moderndirectseller.com/content. The other thing that you can play around with, again, is Canva Magic Write. And open up a Canva doc, play with the magic, right? See what kind of comes up as you're brainstorming the content that you want to share with your followers. And the last thing is I want you to have fun with it, right? Social media can be really fun sometimes and really overwhelming and taxing other times. This might be the new part of your business that you truly love, that you enjoy creating really high value content that you know is creating an impact for your followers and you know is going to be there forever, where people can refer back to and get more information from. So have some fun with it. And if you have questions, feel free to shoot us a message. I am more than happy to help you with it. And I'm so excited for you to grab those 7 content creative ideas that you are able to implement into your business right away. All right, my friends, until next time, let's make it a great day. Thanks for being here today.